Hi, welcome to Dave's Book Reviews. Today I'd like to review for you a book by the Indian author Arundhati Roy entitled The God of Small Things. Originally published in 1997, The God of Small Things won the Booker Prize and has been published in over 20 countries. This new second edition has been updated for clarity in a few sections. The book is centered around a household in southwestern India, in the Indian state of Kerala. It traces the life of the various family members, starting with a pair of fraternal twins, Rahul and Esther, and then revealing the stories of the people around them, including their parents, grandparents, uncle, aunt, and a number of people in their neighborhood, ranging from the police to the beggars. Now, despite the shortness of the book, it's only about 300 pages, the plot is remarkably intricate, and it's told in a really interesting way. Rather than narrate everything in a straight and linear fashion, Roy chooses to reveal important events in tiny bits and snatches throughout the novel. Now, I'm not going to ruin the story for you, because it's really powerful, deals with some very heavy themes, and there's this great sense of discovery as you piece things together throughout the book. However, I can give you a little taste of the fantastic prose you can look forward to. Page 14. Esther walked all over Yemen. Some days he walked along the banks of the river that smelled of shit and pesticides. Most of the fish had died. The ones that survived suffered from fin rot and had broken out in boils. Other days he walked down the road, past the new, freshly baked, iced, big money houses built by nurses, masons, wire benders, and bank clerks who worked hard and unhappily in faraway places. Past the resentful older houses, tinged green with envy, cowering in their private driveways among their private rubber trees, each a tottering fiefdom with an epic of its own. Then on page 30, there's a wonderful piece about the family. From the dining room window where she stood, with the wind in her hair, Rahul could see the rain drum down on the rusted tin roof of what used to be their grandmother's pickle factory. Paradise Pickles and Preserves. It lay between the house and the river. They used to make pickles, squashes, jams, curry powders, and canned pineapples. And banana jam, which is neither jam nor jelly. Too thin for jelly and too thick for jam. An ambiguous, unclassifiable consistency, they said. Looking back now, to Rahul it seemed as though this difficulty that their family had with classification ran much deeper than the jam-jelly question. And then finally, on page 35, there's another great little piece. It was a sky blue day in December '69. It was the kind of time in the life of a family when something happens to nudge its hidden morality from its resting place and make it bubble to the surface and float for a while, in clear view, for everyone to see. A sky blue Plymouth with the sun on its tail fins, sped past young rice fields and old rubber trees on its way to Cochin. The Plymouth used to belong to Papachi, Rahul, and Esther's grandfather. Now that he was dead, it belonged to Mamachi, their grandmother, and Rahul and Esther were on their way to Cochin to see the sound of music for the third time. They knew all the songs. So that should give you a little taste of how it reads. All in all, this was an amazing book. It was really, really powerful. I strongly recommend it to anybody interested in India, foreign cultures, or just anybody who's looking for a really good book that makes you think. It's an excellent read. So I give it 2 thumbs up.